this video, I'm reviewing hair that I got from Junoda Hair. All the information will be in the description box below. In the box, they sent me a cute hairbrush, a cute pack that includes a hair bag, a wig cap, a care card. We have an edge brush and an edge wrap, as well as some lashes, and also a really cute Junoda hair clip. And this is what the wig looks like. I believe it's a 22-inch brown body wave wig. It is a lace closure wig, a 4x4, and it comes with an elastic band already attached in the back. And it also has combs on the sides and at the bottom. I really love these type of wigs because they're really simple to install. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm coming out of a V-part wig, so that's why I have some hair left out already on the sides and at the top, but you don't have to leave any hair out with this style. So you can just braid your hair going to the back or whatever. So I'm deciding not to use a wig cap for this wig. I actually had a wig cap on before this, but I took it off because you can see it through the wig, and I didn't feel like doing the whole wig cap thing for a closure wig, so I'm just going to apply it like it is. But before I fully apply the wig and attach it, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to lightly press that into the lace with my makeup brush. I did bleach the knots of this closure, but I feel like I still needed a little bit of foundation just to make it match my actual color. And then so after I put the powder onto the lace, I'm going to try to tap it in lightly. I'm just going to use some Got To Be hairspray. This is a trick I learned from TikTok, but I'm going to use some Got To Be hairspray, spray it a little bit, and blow dry it just so the color can stay and not run. Now I'm just going to put the wig back on my head and adjust it so that it fits comfortably. Just a tip, I wound up having to use anchor braids on each side of my head on the sides just so that the combs on the sides had something to hold on to, because I felt the wig kind of slipping a little bit without it. Like when I just had my braids going straight back, I really didn't have anything to hold on to. So 2 anchor braids on the sides wound up helping. I actually did that later after this install. But yeah, just a tip before you throw the wig on. So I decided that I'm going to be gluing the lace down. So I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol first to wipe off my forehead because I have on a pound of makeup. And I just want to make sure that the glue sticks good. Next, I'm just taking my Wig Dealer lace glue and I'm going to put that right along my forehead line. What I love about closures is the fact that I don't have to put the glue anywhere near my hairline. It can literally just go directly on skin, which helps it stick a lot better. And this wig lasted a very long time. So yeah, I'm going to put on like 2 layers. I'm not going to show myself applying both layers in the video, but I did wind up doing 2. I didn't want to do too many because I didn't want it to see or like show through the lace, like especially like if it doesn't dry enough, you know, if it doesn't dry completely clear, then you can see the whiteness. So I just didn't even want to take that risk, so I just did 2 layers, plain and simple. I really could have only done 1, but yeah, I just wanted to be extra secure. Once the lace is clear, I know it's still a little bit white, y'all. I waited like 20 minutes for this stuff to dry, so I just decided to go ahead and melt it into my head. I'm just going to use my comb and like comb it back through so it blends. I didn't see like too much of the whiteness from the glue because it did mostly dry. And then I went through with my hot comb as well, which helped kind of like melt everything. So I wound up not seeing that little bit of white. This is why I don't like using too many layers, because you can see it through the lace and it like gunks up and it just looks a hot mess. But anyways, so I'm just going to use my comb and go through it and melt the lace. And then I'm going to use the band that they sent me to lay the lace down for a few minutes so that it can set. Now I'm just going through and flattening the top part of my hair while my edges set, because it's like a little poofy, as you can see. So a technique that I also learned from TikTok, because TikTok taught me, is to spray your roots with the Got To Be Free spray and then use the wax stick to lay it down and then go through with the hot comb. Whereas before I was just using like the hot comb or the wax stick by itself. This Got To Be Free spray really makes a huge difference. Yeah, and it really helps make the top super, super flat. The only thing that I'll say is that my hair did become a little greasy after a couple days when using this method. Whereas if I don't use any product, it takes a lot longer for it to become greasy. And then, then it starts getting heavy and it starts looking oily and it doesn't look nice with this texture hair. But yeah, so maybe next time I'll try using less product or not going through like so many different parts because I feel like I used like a lot of product and maybe that contributed, well, probably did contribute to the reason why it looks so greasy. Um, but yeah, just want to throw that out there. Now I'm just going through and parting out the hair that I'm going to be using for my baby hair. I'm doing it before I cut the lace off because I'm going to go back and lay it down first. I don't know. You could probably cut the lace off first, but I just decided not to. So I'm going to part out my baby hair and then I'm going to go through with the Got to Be Free spray and the wax stick and my hot comb and kind of like do that whole thing again to kind of like shape how the front of the hair will look pretty much and then let it lay, let it set, and then I'm going to go through and take it off, but you'll see that here. Now I'm going through with my razor and cutting off the lace. I like to cut kind of like downwards as opposed to like straight across because it makes the cut look more realistic. The only thing I don't like about cutting closures is the little thick pieces like on each side of the closure. That could be a little hard to cut without like messing up the lace or anything. But I kind of have like a trick that I use to disguise the lace, but you'll see that a little bit later. And then once I'm done cutting off the lace, I'm just going to go through with this spray that I got from Wig Dealer. It's like their wig melting lace spray. Just to spray the front down to make it blend a little bit more. I'm going to spray it over the front of my hairline and then I'm going to pull my little edge pieces down and spray it like within my hairline also. It's just like a little simple hairspray. It's nothing too serious, but it does help keep it in place a little bit better. And then I'm going to wrap it really quickly just to let it set. And then after it's set, I'm just using an eyeliner pen to kind of disguise the thick corners of the closure, as you can see there, because those are a little bit harder to blend. So the eyeliner, I know this hair isn't black, but it still disguises it. Here I'm using a razor to cut my edges. Sometimes I don't use a razor. Sometimes I use like scissors because I feel like it's easier. As you can see here, I'm struggling a little bit, but it's fine. And after I cut my edges, I'm going to go through with my mini flat iron and curl them. And then I'm going to take my mousse, I think it's the AfterPay mousse that I'm using to swoop them. So I decided that I want body waves for this style. I kind of want like a full voluminous layered body wave type of look. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking like 1.5 inch sections of hair and wrapping it flat against my curling iron. And then I'm taking these clips and I'm going to pin it and I'm basically going to repeat that step all over. This is actually my first time trying curling my hair this way because normally I'll just wrap it and then let it go. But this holds the heat in the curl, so I've heard. So I'm just trying this out. So this is how it looks when I take all of the curls out and all the clips out. It's actually full and bouncy and it's really, really pretty, but it also looks very flat. There's like no dimension. So I'm just going to go through with my scissors and cut some layers into the front. The way that I cut my layers is I like to start with the top first. So I'll take small sections and then just cut away from my face. And then I'll just repeat that in different sections around the like front of my head face or front of my hair until I like how it looks. And now I'm just taking some of my pressed powder and putting or pressing it into my lace just to blend it a little bit better. But besides that, this look is done. I really, really love this hair. It's super light and very fluffy and flowy. The only regret that I had was putting so much hairspray and wax stick at the top because it made it a little stiff after a couple days. But besides that, this hair is really, really great. I didn't have any issues with shedding or tangling or anything like that. And it's super, super flowy and bouncy. But like I said, all the information for this hair will be in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Adios till next time.